Today's feature is a guy who caught many eyes with his talent, personality, and his overall similarities to some of the greatest players we have in the game today. A Santa Ana, California native, Billy played for a few schools and finally ended up at the prestigious Oak Hill Academy. There, he had a standout career with game averages of 15.3 points and 9 rebounds as a senior. He was also a McDonald's All-American and would go on to commit to Kansas over schools like Syracuse, Indiana, and USC. Many people suspected he couldn't miss. He had the size, post presence, desire, and his shot was coming along. I, for one, was excited to see what would become of this seemingly rare talent, and then his growth was stunning. Billy Preston, born October 26, 1997. Yo, it's your boy JC Stunted Growth. Let's get it! Stunt number 1, immaturely misunderstood. Billy arrived at Kansas with expectations as tall as his stature, but also with a calm of no way this kid isn't an all-conference player and a one-and-done prospect. The preseason began and Preston looked ready. He looked like he would fit this role many saw him as. He had some solid games in the preseason for the Jayhawks, and then immaturity kicked in, which led to him getting in a car accident on campus that led to the NCAA launching an investigation regarding the car that he was driving. While the NCAA carried on their investigation, he would be held out of Kansas's regular season games. This frustrated Preston, and he decided to leave school early. On January 20th, 2018, instead of sitting out more games, Preston decided to sign with an overseas team. And this is where I think these kids sometimes get it misunderstood. As a highly touted prospect like this, you are seen under a microscope. Everything isn't as easy as it seems. From you leave high school, you have to remember the business begins for you. You are no longer just anybody. Other kids can ride around campus, playing loud music, turning up, having a good time, until things go left. For them, as long as no one gets hurt, it's fine. But for you, it's blown out of proportion and can change your life forever. Had Billy stayed at Kansas, I think he'd be in the league right now. Yes, he would have sat out the entire season, but another year or two, he'd be primed and ready. He'd be a better basketball player also, a la LiAngelo Ball. Had he stayed in school, he'd definitely have a shot at the league, but that's another video. Stunt number 2, limited development. Leaving school early, I think stunted Billy's development as a player and also a serious businessman that has enough perspective to understand just how serious these situations are. The NBA is not waiting on a guy to develop anymore. They are trying to make as much money as they can, just like you should be. A guy that has had his flame put out by an NCAA investigation, leaving school early to go pro, and also not putting up the numbers he should overseas will hurt a prospect more than they realize. Scouts are looking for a fresh young talent with hype and no blemishes so they can market him however they see fit. Once you go down that road, you determine how you'll be marketed, and most teams aren't willing to invest in that. This is where Billy lacked the mental development and it hurt him. He was also still a skinny prospect who hadn't learned how to use this at his advantage, a la Kevin Durant. Durant knows how to slither by at that size. Stunt number 3, forgotten. After signing with the team in Bosnia, he made his professional debut, recording 2 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound, and 1 steal in 6 minutes of play. On March 4, 2018, after playing in only 3 ABA League games, Preston left due to a sore shoulder. Later, he would enter his name into the 2018 NBA Draft. But by this time, the fire on his name had already been extinguished and he went undrafted. He would later sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers on their Summer League team. Fitting, seeing how he's always been compared to one LeBron James. Although he had some outstanding moments in the summer, averaging 10 points and 5 rebounds, he would never play in an official game for the Cavs, and has spent his next few years in the G League, where he'd never averaged more than 6 points per game. At this point, he was forgotten and passed on. Now, it's a race against time. What you don't want is to get too old to where they don't pay attention to you anymore. He He's still young, and I think he has the talent to get there. Keep working, my boy. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth, and I'm out.